Hello everyone, welcome to New Wave Coaching Classes for Mathematics. This is your host Jatin. Today we'll continue our chapter Surface Area and Volumes with the topic Volume of Combination of Solids. And in this process we'll complete the exercise 13.2. So without wasting time, let's start with question number 5 of exercise 13.2. Now in question number 5 it is given a vessel is in form of inverted cone actually, something like this. So you can see this is the shape of cone and this is inverted cone. This thing in my hand is a solid thing. The thing which is given in the question is hollow and the thing is filled with water. It's given its height is 8 centimeter. The height is given as 8 centimeter and the radius of the top, this is the top. At the moment this is the top. So the radius is given as 5 centimeter, right? What else? Which is open. It's filled with water up to brim. So it is filled with water till here. Now what? When lead shots, each of which is a sphere of radius 0.5 centimeter. Now we have small lead shots and the shape of the lead shots is something this. This is a sphere, but not very big. The size, the radius is given as 0.5 centimeter, right? So what they have done basically, the lead shots are dropped inside this. So when you drop the lead shots, obviously what will happen, the lead shots will take the place of the water and the water will start coming out. Now, as we pour the lead shots, it is said that 1/4 of the volume of this cone, the water comes out. Now, what we have to find the number of lead shots put inside this cone. Right, let's see the solution on the board now. First now, let's draw the diagram. So this is the inverted cone and it's filled with water up to the brim. Right. The height of the cone is given as 8 centimeter. And the radius is 5 centimeter. So let's write it down. Height of cone h equals to 8 centimeter. Let's take it as capital H. And the radius of cone capital R is given as 5 centimeter. Now let's find out what is the volume of water inside the inverted cone, right? So the volume of water obviously will be equal to the volume of the cone. The volume of water is equal to volume of cone. And the formula is 1/3 pi r square h. We are not substituting the value of pi, just keep the value of pi as it is. So this is 1/3 into pi and this is 5 square into 8. So that will be 200 upon 3 pi centimeter cube. So this is the volume of water actually inside it. Now when the lead shots are dropped inside, what happens? 1/4 of the volume moves out, flows out. So volume of water that flows out and it's given as 1/4 into volume of cone. So that is 1/4 into 200 upon 3 pi. So that comes out to be 50/3 pi centimeter cube, right? Now this is the volume of water which has been flown out. Now when you learn physics, you learn in the physics in grade 9 about Archimedes principle also, that when you drop any object inside the water, the volume of that object is basically equal to the volume of the liquid displaced. Now here we are pouring some of the lead shot inside it. So whatever is the actual volume of all the lead shots, that is equal to basically the volume of water flown out, right? So we have to find number. Now, if suppose I have 10 lead shot, so I multiply the 10 with the volume of one lead shot and I get the total volume of the all lead shots. Now, first of all, let's see what is the radius of the lead shot given. Now, the radius of lead shot small r, let's take it as smaller, and this is given as 0.5 centimeter. Right. So volume of one lead shot, formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So what we do is to substitute the value of r only, we don't substitute the value of pi. So this is 4 by 3 pi into 0.5 whole cube. So this comes out to be 4 by 3 pi and the cube will be into 0.125 centimeter cube. Now, if you have to find number of lead shots, so number of lead shots, this will be equal to basically volume of water flown out divided by volume of one lead shot. Right. So just substitute the values. So volume of water flown out. Right. So this is basically equal to 50 by 3 pi and divided by 4 by 3 pi multiplied by 0.125. So now what we have to do, we have to simplify this thing, and after simplifying what we get the value of number of lead shots equal to 100. Right. So this is the answer for question number 5. Now let's go to question number 6. In question number 6 it is given a solid iron pole consists of a cylinder of height 220 cm and a base diameter which is surmounted by another cylinder of height 60 cm and radius 8 cm. Now what we have two cylinders. One is a big one and then there is another cylinder over this cylinder. So we have the shape something like this. Right. So now what is given? The cylinder which is at the bottom has a height of 220 centimeter and the base diameter is given as 24 centimeter. So this is 24. What else? The cylinder which is over this big one, the height is 60. The side is given as 60 centimeter and the radius is given at 8 centimeter. So let's write in the form of steps now. Now height of big cylinder. So we have two cylinders, so we write big and small, and since they have different measurements, different height and different radius, so what we do, we use the different symbols for them. So height of big cylinder, h equals to 220 centimeter and diameter of is given as 24. So therefore radius here it would be 12 centimeter. Same way the height of small cylinder is given as 60 and the radius of small cylinder R is given as 8 centimeter. Now what we have to find in this question, it's given that the density of this iron is 8 gram for 1 centimeter cube. So we have to find the total mass of this object. So to find the total mass, we should find first the total volume of this object. So the volume of complete pole is equal to pi r square h plus pi r square h. Both the cylinders, the formula will be same, only the difference will be in the symbols. The radius and height would be different. So we can take pi common here. So inside the bracket I have r square h in the capital and r square h in the small. So substitute the values here now. So this is pi. The capital R is 12. 12 square multiplied by 220 plus small r is 8. 8 square multiplied by 60. So this is pi multiply, this is 144 into 220 plus 64 into 60. So now what we have, in the question they have told we have to take pi as 3.14, so we can take in the end, let's multiply this thing first. So this is pi into, so this is multiply this, what we get it here as this is 0, then I have 8, then I have 6, then I have 1 and then 2. So multiplying these two we get 21680 and plus here we have this is 0, 4, 6 for the 24, 2 carry 6 is 36 plus 2 38. So now we add these two. So we have, let me write pi at the end. So this is 0. And 4 plus 8 is 12. 1 carry. 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 1 15. 3 plus 1 4 and plus 1 5. And this is 2. So this is 25520 by pi. And this 25520, I don't think it is be it cancelled by 7. Let's check it out. 2552. So the value of pi we have to take is 3.14. So we multiply these two. There's slight mistake in the calculation. So this is not 2, this is 3 basically. So this is 31680 and here also this is 3 and here also this is 3. Now when we multiply this 35520 by 3.14, we get it as 532.8 centimeter cube. Right. So this is the total volume of the combined solid. Now we have to find the mass. Now mass of 1 centimeter cube of iron is given as is 8 gram. So the total mass, obviously that will be equal to 532.8 into 8 and we get the answer as 892262 892262.4 gram, and we can convert this into kilogram and we get it as 892.262. Right, so this is the solution of question number 6. Let's go to the next question now. Now in question number 7 it is given a solid consists of a right circular cone and of height 120 cm and radius 60 cm standing on a hemisphere of radius 60 cm. So it would be something like this. So we have this a cone, there is a cone here and this cone is standing on the hemisphere, something like this. Now this combined object is dropped in a cylinder. This cylinder is filled with water. Obviously when we put this inside this, so what will happen? The water comes out. Now we have to find how much volume of water is left inside the cylinder after putting this thing, right? So for that what we will do, we'll find the volume of cylinder because that is the total volume of water, and then we will subtract the volume of this combined. This is cone plus hemisphere. To subtract the volume of this combined solid from the volume of the cylinder, right? Let's draw the diagram first for this. So we have a cylinder here. Now this is the water here, this place. This is the empty place where the water is there, right? Now what is given? Now we have to use different symbols for the height and the radii for all this. And one thing more, since the radii is same, radius is same for all, so we can use the same symbol. Now the total height is given as 180 centimeter. So that is the height of the cylinder. So height of cylinder I take it as capital H. This is 180 centimeter. Then the height of the conical part, this is given as 120 centimeter. Height of cone, I take a small h. And the radius is common, so radius I read once only. This radius is given as 60 centimeter. Now the volume of water left inside the cylinder is equal to volume of cylinder minus volume of cone minus volume of hemisphere. So this is the way we have to do, right? So we subtract these. So first of all, we write the formula. This is pi r square, and I'm writing capital H here. Then we have minus. This is pi r square h, 1 by 3, right? And then I have the formula 2 by 3 pi r 2. Now pi r square can be taken common here. So this is, and inside the bracket I have h minus 1 by 3h minus 2 by 3 r, right? So let's substitute the value. Now the value of pi we have to take as 22 by 7 multiplied. Now the r is given as 60, so 60 square multiplied. Now the capital H, that is 180, minus small h is 120, so this is 1 by 3 multiplied by 120 minus 2 by 3 into 60. So this cancels, this is 40, this cancels, this is 20, right? So this is 22 upon 7 into 60 square multiplied by 180 minus 40, and this 20 into 2 multiplied by 2 becomes 40. So this is 22 upon 7 into 3600 and multiplied by 100. So this is what we have, right? And what we can do, we have to simplify this and then write the answer. So this comes out to be, if we take the value of pi as same, so this will be around 1130400 centimeter cube. This is 1130400 centimeter cube. So we reject just neglecting the value of we can say decimals, or we can take 22 by 7 as 3.14 and then substitute, and this will be equal to, basically if we convert into meter cube, so this is will be 1.130 meter cube. So to convert centimeter cube into meter cube, what you have to do, you have to divide this thing by 100 3 times, right? So 1 meter cube is basically 100 into 100 into 100 centimeter cube. So 1 centimeter cube will be 1 upon 1 divided by 3 times 100. So this is the way we have converted. So this is the answer for the question number 7. Now let's go to the last question of this exercise. Now in question number 8, it is given a spherical glass vessel has a cylindrical like 8 cm long, 2 cm in diameter. The diameter of the spherical part is 8.5 cm. So as you can see in the figure, that there is a flask, there is a vessel in the shape of, the base is cylindrical and its mouth is basically in cylindrical, the base is spherical and the mouth is in shape of a cylinder. Now what they have given, By measuring the amount of water it holds, the child finds its volume to be 345 centimeter cube. So, child puts water inside it and then finds out the volume of this container to be 345 centimeter cube. Right? Now, what we have to do, we have to check whether she is correct, taking the above as the inside measurements. So, we are taking these measurements as the inside. Whatever is given to us, the thing which is given to us is that the length of the cylindrical neck is 8 centimeter and its diameter is 2 centimeter and the diameter of the spherical base is 8.5. So what we have to do basically, so first thing is length of cylindrical part we take small h equal to 8 centimeter. Now since we have different radius, so we are taking different symbols. Now the radius of the cylindrical part will be 1 since diameter is 2 centimeter. And diameter of spherical part is 8.5, so radius would be 8.5 by 2. So I just remove the decimal and simplify it, and this is 17.4 centimeter. Now, obviously the volume of vessel would be equal to the volume of the cylindrical part and the volume of the spherical part. Now we have the formula, volume of cylinder is pi r square h and the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So let's substitute the values. We take pi common here. Now this small r is 1, so 1 square multiplied by this value of h is 8 plus 4 by 3 multiplied by this pi is already taken out and this is r cube. R is 17 by 4, so 17 by 4 cube. Now this pi in the question is given, we have to take pi as 3.14, so this is 3.14 multiplied by this 1 square is 1, 8 plus 4 by 3 into 17 by 4 whole cube. We open this cube, this is 3.14 multiplied by 8 plus 4 by 3 into the cube of 17 is 4913 upon the cube of 4 is 64. Cancel out this 64 with 4, we get 16 at the denominator, right? So, in the next step, this is 3.14 multiply 8 plus this is 4913 upon 16 3 is 48. Now what we do, we take the LCM of these two. So here the LCM will be 48. So after taking the LCM, what we have, this is 384 plus 4913 and this is 3.14 outside. Now after taking the LCM and adding, what we get, this is 5297 upon 48. We multiply this 5297 by 3.14, we get 16632.58 divided by 48. And after simplifying, we get this as to be 346.51 centimeter cube. Now, the volume filled per child was 345 centimeter cube, and the volume which we have found by the measurement is basically 346.51 centimeter cube. It means the volume which the child has calculated is wrong. So the answer of the child is wrong, right friends? So this was the solution of the exercise 13.8 which we have discussed how we can find the volume of the combination of solids. I hope you understood everything. If not, just try to watch the video again. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel, right? So this is your host signing off. Goodbye and take care.